Go.
Now everybody knows that I love to drink. This one right here is hard to drink because it's so many liquors. He put awesomeness in here. It's called the Seven Seas. It's not even on the menu. It's a secret drink. And now him and I are friends, and he's gonna come and hang out with us tonight, maybe. Hey, let's go.
I do like how for the last 3 weeks we've been talking about redoing that video, and we've done nothing.
We have not done nothing.
Right?
So once for introductions, we're just like, bam, we're here.
Yeah. What are you looking? We can't keep doing it. Everybody knows who we are. We are the Drunk Disney Dads. I'm Neverland Nate. That's Skipper Sean, and we drink a lot and hang out together. It's kind of a fun time. But tonight is all about you guys. This is all about trying to help you guys because you guys are. I'm going to Disney in a month. What's up, Fache Book? Who's there? Look, Fache Book showed up. What's up?
Hey,
What's up?
Fache Book. We love Fache Books.
Yeah, Fache Book.
We don't know who you are, but we love you.
As far as paying attention, I'm going to go with nobody bucked up the dollar to pay attention and sign into StreamYard. That's what I'm going to go with. But anyway, tonight we're going to talk. Well, first of all, there we go. Let's talk about how, what, and where people have to get the Joe. What's up, Joe?
Hey, Joe. What's going on, man?
Joe Myers, I believe. I think that's who Joe would be. Hi, friends. Hello, Fache Book. Did no one sign? Did no one get the memo? You have to click on.
How come that one week like no one did it, but all their names and pictures showed up without doing anything? Like
I don't know. It was probably one of those test runs that Meta is. What are they called now? Meta, yeah. Because I have to go to the Meta Business Suite now to get stuff done. Are you drinking tonight? What are you drinking?
So you can't drink all day unless you day drink, and I love day drinking. So, cheers.
Yep. Cheers to Bob.
I am drinking vodka that is not quite as good as Scotty's vodka because I'm out of Scotty's vodka, but it's vodka nonetheless. So,
Scotty's vodka.
Konnichiwa.
What? Look, Josh Russell's here. Live.
Mr. Russell.
Hi, Josh. How are you?
Hey, Josh. I heard it was about to snow like 12 inches by you. How's that going for you?
It's going to be 84 tomorrow. Here.
It's going to get hot tomorrow.
So, guys, I don't know what's going on with Meta, but obviously it's being messed up tonight. We don't know any of your names, so please, if you're commenting, first of all, thank you. Thanks for joining. But also, just say who you are. Thank you, Josh, and thank you, Joe.
Comment initials.
Yeah, comment on it, and we'll try to figure it out. So new stream tonight. We're going to try to figure out who you all are. But no,
last time my buddy Josh was here, he had a hat on that said JR. And I'm like, oh, that's a sweet hat. I should get one for Junior. And I'm like, oh, never mind. It means Josh Russell. Like,
COVID's here.
COVID. Hey, Jordan. COVID is the friend of mine that was on a Zoom one night and chipped a tooth. Doesn't remember how he chipped a tooth. But he
the person who said COVID. God, okay. Yeah. I'm like, wow. Sean took acid before the show. He thinks that he literally knows COVID.
Me and COVID are BFFs.
So what we wanted to talk to you guys about tonight is what's going on down here. Obviously, everybody knows that the mask mandates have been lifted at Disney World. They have been lifted from Universal for a few weeks now, or a couple weeks. Right?
About a week or two.
Yeah. Disney did do it on the February 17th, and we know that everybody has mixed reactions about that kind of stuff. And
Cyril never had it, so there's that.
Right. But it's busy. Like, it's crazy busy. I've been working with clients all week, and I have people that want to come down in April, and there's nothing I can, like, there aren't any hotels that are within 7 or 8 miles of the parks right now. Like, it's wildly busy.
So, Nate, question.
Yes.
What is the one thing you do to determine if it's busy or not at a park if you're not there? Like, what do you do? Because I have my thing. I have my one thing I look at to determine if the park's busy or not. What do you do?
I go to social media.
Is that what you do?
Yeah, because I'm in enough groups or follow enough groups that somebody's posting at 7:55 in the morning of how pissed off they are because the line for Peter Pan is already 3 hours long. Like,
so my indicator is I look to see what the wait time is for It's a Small World. If it's over a half hour, they're busy.
right. You won't see the names unless you actually open up the live stream on a computer. That's not always true because Pat Canning, his name is right there and his picture. So if you see this one, if you guys can see this one, there's Pat.
we saw Pat.
Hello.
Yeah, we can see Pat. No one
So
else.
yeah, but for some reason, some names show, sometimes some don't.
Josh, next time you come down, which should be like next week, hint, hint, teach us the ways because you're amazing with all your blogs and live streams and everything you do. Josh is an amazing photographer. I'm talking like he does classes, like professional classes. He has his own like photography university type thing. He does all of our family photos for us. And he's awesome. He travels all over the U.S. to do these things, and he's really big in streams and blogs and fun stuff. So look him up if you can find him. He's out there. Josh Russell, something or other.
Yeah.
SexyJosh.com, I think is one of them. I don't know if it's not. It should be.
But
yeah,
he's good on my end.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's honestly, Josh, we've seen it be everybody's name one week and then nobody's name the next week, and then
that's weird.
It's always super crazy, and we don't have any rhyme or reason. And StreamYard really doesn't know what's going on either. Like,
it doesn't help that half the time we're drunk when we do this, so we don't even know what's going on. So there's that.
He's right. Man, today was a long day. We went to the farmer's market and we started, with our normal chores, and then we met up with everybody that was there, and it was like a big party. It was literally, and then Frank and I walked around. This is Frank from Sweet Cups, everybody.
Ooh, hey Frank.
What's going on?
Sweet Cups is the premier cookie.
That's Frank.
That's Frank.
You said Frank, and I didn't know what. I know Frank. Yeah. Amazing cheesecakes and cookies are like, yep. And let us say they're better than the other place at Disney Springs.
You mean when the woman from Gideon's came in to Frank's shop and I was standing next to her and she's like, "Hey, listen, I work at Gideon's and your cookies are better." So I was like, "Oh, damn.
They are really good."
Right? When I'm there next week. Oh, you coming back down? Nice.
Wink face. There's no wink face. He'll be down here.
See, we need to plan a thing when things like that happen. When celebrities are in town, we have to make sure that they come out and have some cocktails with us.
But yeah, as Nate was mentioning before, theme parks are busy right now. Yep. Typically, February is a slow month for theme parks. Correct. Not anymore. Yep. Not anymore.
Everybody in Florida is in school right now. Okay, because we have two kids in school, and you have two kids in school, and everybody's in school right now. So it's not like a spring break or
there's a combination of things, especially this weekend. It's obviously a holiday weekend for some kids because they have off Monday. I know Disney and Universal
were just here for the last week and a half.
Well, true, but Disney and Universal both had cheerleading competitions this weekend. A lot of the Brazilian tour groups and other outside groups from other countries are now starting to flood back in. So they're really like booking up a lot of time. And then just in general, people are excited to get back to the parks. Weather's starting to get nice again. So, I mean, SeaWorld, it was an hour just to even get into the park. Like it was crazy busy at SeaWorld. Universal was equally as bad. I was kind of watching the wait times for Universal. They're just busy. So if you guys do come down, expect to wait. Unless you want to really splurge and buy the fast passes, the express tickets and whatnot, which are going to cost you a fortune now.
Right.
You're going to be waiting in line. So come with those expectations and you can still have a great time at the parks.
Right. And just plan your day accordingly. Like if you're going to go to the parks, don't go in the morning. Like I'll tell you right now, stay at your resort, get some breakfast with the fam, go swim for a little while, go back to the room, hang out, go to the parks in the afternoon. It's going to be a lot less busy. You're going to be able to ride everything you want. And Sean, I mean, everybody here, you follow social media. If you're a Disney fan, you're following 90% of the same things that we do. And everybody is saying that like Genie Plus isn't working. Like people are spending $60 for their family of 4 to get Genie Plus, and they're getting on rides at 6:00 at night. If you're going to do that, why go at 8 and 10 in the morning?
Right.
Right now, and I don't want to say until this all calms down because there's no calming down. I mean, Disney's solid booked through the end of April right now. Like you can find rooms here or there, but like that $500 off promotion, that's gone because there's no more rooms left.
Yep.
You know, so
But
it's busy.
I do want to step back a little bit before we even get down here. I have a lot of friends and family constantly message me asking about plane tickets. How do I get cheap plane tickets? Because I do quite a bit travel up to Wisconsin. And when I do, I typically can get round trip tickets from Green Bay to Orlando for less than 50, 60 bucks a person round trip. So you can find cheap tickets.
Yep.
The thing is, when we do that, I check literally almost every other day at flights just for the heck of it, just to see what the prices are.
Right.
When I see a flight that's cheap, you have to be able to book it that day because literally it could be 50 bucks one day, 80 bucks the next day. So they go that fast.
And that's if you're talking about that one airline, Frontier.
Right. And right. It also works with Spirit Airline too, but any of the major discount airlines like that, deals only last hours or days. Hey, Tara. So if you do see them, book them right then and there. The other thing is you can't say, well, I want to go this day to this day and expect cheap tickets.
Right.
You got to work for them.
Yep.
Or vice versa.
Absolutely.
I don't know what I'm saying. 100%. But the point is, you got to go at their mercy. So whenever they want you to fly cheap is when you got to book the tickets. Yep. So I'll go up to Green Bay or somewhere and cheap, but it's because I found tickets on this Tuesday to that Wednesday. So those are the dates that I fly. I never say, well, I want to fly this day and this day, and then hope for cheap tickets because typically it's not going to work that way. So you need to be very flexible if you want cheap tickets.
Yep. But also trying if that's just talking about just coming down here.
Right.
If you're planning to come down here, let's say you wanted to go in like October, okay? You should have booked last month. October is like my busiest month right now. And there you go. Pat saying the same thing. I booked 6 families in October in the last week and a half. You know what I mean? Like everybody's coming back down. Also, Pat, Tuesdays and Saturdays are actually what I've seen to be the cheapest. I'm actually booking flights for a client tonight, and it's coming from Providence down here for 6 people is running just under $400 a person round trip.
Wow.
And that's not nonstop. There's one stop each way.
Right.
So, planes are getting hit. I mean, as far as like
gas prices are going up. So
gas prices went up. Flights are canceling. I have another guy. I have a really good friend of mine. His flights got canceled, like straight up canceled, and it's 60 days out.
Yep.
Canceled his flight 2 months. You can get 3 kids to come out of flight school. You know what I mean? And fly these planes for you in that amount of time.
I gotta say though, too, when you do fly, it's frustrating when your flight gets delayed, when your flight gets canceled, when things don't go your way. It's extremely frustrating. Keep in mind though, those poor workers at the airport have no control over any of that.
Literally.
I have friends that are flight attendants. I have friends that deal, at the desks. They're just as aggravated and upset as you are because they have to deal with all those upset people and try to make things better for them. Yep. And airlines are not like they used to. They don't have unlimited hotel vouchers and meal vouchers and stuff. They just don't have the ability to give that stuff away anymore like they used to. So you can't really expect much from them. Your best bet is honestly, it sucks, but calling the 800 number is your best bet because they literally have more leniency or more leadway than the reps at the actual airports. Yes, so, we can see people now. I see Darren, I see Pat and Desi and Josh. Tara, I see it. Oh my God.
It's like a whole new world.
We got friends.
Hey.
I love it. Desi.
Good to see everyone.
Yep. Oh, yeah. I heard about your flight.
Crazy morning.
Yeah. It's not fun.
Okay. I'll tell you what so this is I'm drinking this guy right now, Dogfish Head.
Okay.
I am doing sippers of our friends from Scotty's Vodka. That's in here. Those are my shooters. And then my Bob is full of
right here.
Oh, there we go. So this is my sipper tonight, folks. My Deadhead rum in the Deadhead bottle designed by Odd Rodney, who we have had on the show. So this is a 10th anniversary limited edition. It's batch number 4319 and is, I don't even know how powerful this is. I think it's 90 or 100. But yeah, and it says Deadhead rum right on the top. Yeah. It's really tasty.
Darren's got some of that. Did you ever find that one rum at the Bali, whatever?
Oh, I know you texted me about it today. Did you find it? It's that
No.
they made it Total Wine apparently.
I tried going to ABC and Publix, and none of them had it. So I do want to find it. It says we found this rum at there's a Irish bar nearby called Hagen's. Great
Yep.
place. Check it out if you're in town. But they had a rum that me and Nate tried, and it legit tastes like a banana
I
latte.
didn't know later. It was It was crazy. It's
So good.
so good.
I don't really care for sipping rums, but I could legit sip that because it was so
Oh,
good.
absolutely,
It was
absolutely.
good stuff.
I think it might be my new favorite, like one to be able to sip because we just drank it. We weren't doing shots of it. We weren't, mixing it with anything. I just
Yep.
said I want to try it, and we tried it, and we were all like looking at each other, like, Is this real?
Oh, that was on my birthday. That's when
No, it was a birthday,
the part of the night I still remember.
right? All right, Cinderella. Sean showed up at 4:00 in the morning. Couldn't find his phone or his right flip flop.
True.
Like literally, that's a good birthday. That's what we call it. Tell Southwest they had.
Yep. So yes, Darren. When the airlines do kick you off a flight for overbooking or for whatever reason, they do owe you a shit ton of money and all that good
Yep.
stuff. So definitely keep that in mind because you're entitled to it, rightfully so. So
Right. No, absolutely. This is
Yep.
supposed to be like
that is why, though, people, booking your own travel is easy. We can all do it. We get that. But when stuff like this happens, you want a travel agent that will go to bat for you and that will take care of all that mess.
Look,
So
not
you're
just
also
because-
helping out local small businesses. So
Yep.
definitely, yes, you could probably do it yourself, but utilize the free services of a travel agent. They're trying to make, support their families, and they're trying to help you have the best time ever.
No, absolutely, and thanks for saying that. But also,
True story.
when a promotion happens, like let's say you're booked in October with me, and a promotion drops, like you're not gonna sit on hold for 4 hours.
Right.
I'm going to call in the bat line. Literally, it's what it is. It's the platinum line that we have, and they give me a call back, and I say, or I just log in through the back end and just do. Oh, the promotion happened because I'm always up at 6 a.m. So I just sit there or 5 a.m. Really.
Yeah,
I
you're
just
pretty early.
go into everybody's reservation, apply the promos, close my computer, and go back to sleep like nothing happened.
Yep.
Because it just saves money. It'll never go up. It'll only go down.
And it never costs you anything to use
Zero.
Nate's services.
0%. That many dollars in that many cents, it's zero.
I
Literally.
made the mistake once, and I sent him a bunch of pictures of me because he said that was his payment, and I didn't realize it was not a thing. Lesson learned.
So weird.
And you just lost all your customers. Sorry, Nate.
There we go. Actually, we have more viewers tonight than we did during the Super Bowl, so that's good.
But yeah, so travel, like I said, you just keep looking.
Yeah, flights are tough nowadays, obviously,
Right,
because they're
flexible.
getting switched, they're getting bumped, they're getting pushed, they're getting delayed, and all that stuff, and
Yep.
it affects everything because they don't
And
have.
if you travel a lot too, definitely sign up for their like clubs. Like Frontier has a Dens club, Spirit has some other club. It's like 50, 60
American
bucks a
Advantage,
year.
they have their own thing. Southwest Rapid
Right.
Rewards, obviously. I mean, but also it's the same thing when it comes to like the grocery store. Sign up for their stuff too. Like,
Right.
if it's free, sign up because the only thing
Right.
you're going to do is.
Well, I
get
know Frontier and Spirit, they cost you a yearly fee, but if you travel more than twice, you're going to save that on your airline flights. You can get dirt cheap flights if you're part of the club.
Sure.
So it's definitely sometimes worth it. I know with Frontier, only one person needs it, and then they can book up to 6 people under them for the same price, as long as that person flies with you.
As long as, okay. So it's like a Florida resident and coming into like going to the parks.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
So, but yeah, back to theme parks. It's busy. There's no way around it. It's just busy. Definitely come prepared. Come with a plan. Definitely don't think you're coming next month with zero expectations and you're gonna have a good time because I promise.
There's not one room available in all of Disney property or Universal for next month. For March, it's everything 0.
Yep.
So you can come hang out at the bar though. I got a lot of rum and beers over
Yeah,
there.
I mean, there's Nate's Neverland Patio Supply Circus Explorium type place,
Supply Circus Explorium.
and then there's the Casa de Night Tiki Bar,
Yep.
and it's
Yeah, the 8th. Yeah, the 8th. Random days. Just it's not just Friday. It's not Saturday. It's not just Sunday. It's Tuesday afternoon. It's or Tuesday. Mostly it's the mornings. People are trying to get there to rope drop, but
Yep.
also with the fact that face masks are now gone. It's a lot of people want to travel.
The other thing too, if you do travel through Nate, when you're down here, you have a couple options for transportation. Obviously, if you're going to Disney, you can take the I think it's Mears Connect bus to your resort, and then take your free Disney transportation to the parks and whatnot.
There is no free Disney transportation anymore.
No, I said the Mears Connect.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's a small fee, but it's whatever it is. But then when you get to the resort, you can take the free Disney buses to the parks and whatnot. But keep in mind, the wait times for those buses can get very long at the end of the night and whatnot. Your other options are there's always the taxis that are there that are going to cost you a fortune. And then there's Uber and Lyft, which I do drive Uber and Lyft occasionally at night and during the day because there's a big demand for it and whatnot. But if you do book through Nate and you need private transportation, he can hook that up. He knows a great Lyft driver that will be willing to come pick you up and drop you off.
It's that guy right there. Absolutely. And if you have parties of like 8 or more, we do have a van that'll accommodate up to 12.
Right. So, like I said, it's an added perk for going through Nate that we do definitely take care of you. We want to make sure you just are here to have a good time and whatnot. So it's definitely worth it. So we do what we can.
And also, most everybody, who, especially clients that are here, that are watching right now, friends, not clients, friends. Like I go to the parks all the time, so I'll come and hang out with you. Like that's another perk about having me as your agent. I just come down. We have drinks. We do shots. We get crazy. We do pictures. We do everything. Mario will tell you. Mario and I go banged up. Me and Joe Myers did shots in Mexico. I mean, it's a good time.
And if you want to have a good time and not wake up with a bunch of chickens, then I will go out with you.
Wow. Impressive.
Sounds like a good time.
I know it does. I'm actually signing up. All right, brother. Love you, man. All right, love you too. Look, everybody say bye to Frank. Frank's
Guys,
taking
be
off.
good. See you, buddy.
Frank made a sous vide a hanger steak, and it was like I've never had sous vide before. So you were our magic ticket to not have a huge wait in Mexico. I'm telling you, we walked right in. We were second in line at Cava. We just walked right in through the thing, all the way down the ramp. Yep. Hanging with Nate at Epcot. Look at that. Everybody.
Yep.
All right, brother.
And don't expect it, but there are times where people see Nate like, oh, yeah, we can fit you guys in. Just come on in. John's Bar, Disney Springs,
the other night.
Trader Sam's, multiple other places. It happens.
It pays to be with a public figure.
We just started again.
That's my big thing tonight. I've said it like
Public figure, town drunk.
Town drunk. Here you go, Mayor.
Reagan, I'm a public figure.
We need shirts like say that. The town drunk.
Let's do it.
Yep.
All right. Well, it'll be a lot quieter in here now because everybody just left here.
The cookie man is gone.
I have never seen a short
But
line.
did you see the news at SeaWorld
I did not.
about the icebreaker ride?
Oh, they changed the height.
They changed the height from 48 inches to 54, which that's,
Yeah.
that's 6 inches. That's a huge difference to just randomly change the height requirement out of nowhere. So I'm really curious what that was about
It
because
had to have been the way that they're like harnessing you in or something like that, and like
Right.
there's too much movement or something. But
I
it's,
saw-
you know what? Good for them for at least catching it. Or
right.
what it was.
But you think of the months and months and months of testing and
Oh,
engineering.
yeah, they ran that thing for 2 weeks without letting anybody, including yourself, go on.
Right.
Remember?
But I did read a lot of comments in the SeaWorld pages that a lot of kids that rode it prior to the height increase, their heads were hitting a safety harness, giving them like bumps on their head and headaches and
Okay.
stuff.
Gotcha.
So I think they must got enough complaints where they're like, yep, this is probably not safe, so we need to up it. Which is unfortunate because SeaWorld truly does not have a lot of rides for medium-sized kids. Either you got to be tall and like
an adult or like
huge
or yep. It's like
or you have to be like me that likes Sesame Street
or
rides. Don't get me wrong, Sesame Street rides are pretty badass. That's usually what I read at SeaWorld.
But that's the other thing. Like that's a cool area. Like especially nostalgic for me when I was there. Like first time we went with you guys, and I was walking down. Like this is like legit. This fucking, like Cookie Monster and Big Bird. Not
Right.
not like newer stuff, but it was like all that old school stuff
It
that
was.
we grew up with. And it's different than Disney. You know what I mean? Where Disney has that nostalgic, it's Mickey Mouse and all that. But Sesame Street, I bet every one of you people, every one of you people that are in this stream right now watch Sesame Street. And when you were a kid, that's how we all learned to speak. First
Right.
of all,
Literally.
it wasn't Mickey going, hi, everybody, it's Mickey Mouse. No, it was, hey, Oscar the Grouch. It was Oscar the Grouch, Cookie Monster, and Big Bird. They taught us that, and those two Spanish awesome people that were there. They were great.
Although when I was in elementary school, my teachers were pissed because they wanted me to count and be like 1, 2. I didn't know that wasn't part of the numbers.
But at least you understood what it was.
I understood what it was.
Yep. That's why I love cookies. And those were some terrible puppets too. They were really bad. Except Big Bird, who was an actual being. Everybody else was But yeah, things you want to bring to Disney, things that a lot of people forget. How about that? Go to Walmart or go onto Amazon and get. Okay. Let me do that.
I got it.
Thank you.
I got you.
What the hell was that?
That was Finn. That was my 4-year-old gremlin monster.
I thought you were doing an exorcism.
No, but Emily Rose is here. So, go do yourself a favor. Go on Amazon right now and buy ponchos, and get 3 adults and 2 kids. They're this big. They're smaller than a McDonald's cheeseburger. Okay, but if it rains here, if you're here in the summer and it rains, you're gonna hate everything.
April through October, it rains every day for at least
every single day at 3:30 in the afternoon.
Right. You can't avoid it. So just either plan on getting wet or schedule your dinners during that time.
But also, it literally you can put it in your back pocket. That's how small, and it's definitely worth it. Another thing that a lot of people forget is sunscreen.
Yes.
Keep in mind that it's not only an awesome place to live, a portable charger. Yes, absolutely. Obvious. I think everybody should have one of those now. Okay, listen, Disney's going to probably kick us off the stream right now for saying this. Do not buy their that white thing, the swappable
junk.
Thing. What's it called? Dang it.
Recharge or something.
But you can drop it into a thing and you get a new one, but don't go on Amazon right now, buy a $7 or $8 one. They look like lipstick. That's all it is. Save food and water, use them on ourselves. We only care about saving food. See, okay, fine, that's fine. I sometimes have to throw it over the stroller because Finn is 4 and doesn't like to walk. But yes, portable charger, hugely important. Sunscreen.
I'm shocked that a sunscreen company like Coppertone or whatever the hell it's called,
Banana Boat, right?
doesn't supply sunscreen dispensers throughout the parks. So I know there's a local park by us that's sponsored by one of the hospitals, and it's literally a sunscreen dispenser for free.
Right.
Because it gets hot down here. I don't think people underestimate how hot it truly gets in Florida in the summer.
Remember, we're closer to the equator than anywhere else. You know what I mean? Florida being down on that.
Except those that live on the equator.
Correct. In Ecuador.
Ecuador, yes.
Literally what that means.
Unless you're from Ecuador, we're number 2.
Right. But a little thing of sunscreen, if you go to Main Street USA and you're gonna go buy the Banana Boat Sport or whatever that sport one is, the spray, it's $14. Stuff's $4. It's still you can go to the dollar store and get sunscreen. You know what I mean? It just obviously just
what the number one thing is that I have to pick people up at hotels, Disney hotels, to bring them to a store for is
to what?
What's the number one item I have to pick people up to go buy?
Liquor.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I drive so many people from their hotel to a local CVS or Walgreens to buy liquor than any other item ever.
Yeah, well, obviously buying drinks in the parks is very expensive. We have already talked about ways to benefit your stay. while at the parks and things like that, even though we don't condone it or tell anybody to do it, it's probably in your best interest to buy beforehand and bring it with you. But because you don't want to like actually say that, but you're gonna pay $9 to $11 for a beer. That's like Animal Kingdom.
At least.
Obviously, Magic Kingdom's not going to have anything except sit-down stuff to get alcohol and stuff like that. But
it was so weird. Last time I went to Magic Kingdom, I was drinking bottles of Pepsi I brought, and I got really drunk. I don't know how, but
that's very, very weird. You know what? I bring Powerade because I get parched because it's so warm down here that I sweat a lot. And I drink Powerade bottles, and sometimes I don't remember leaving. It's just so much water, so much sweating.
So weird how that happens.
So yeah, you do what you got to do, and you make it happen and stuff like that. But
you find a way. Life will find a way.
Extra socks. Extra socks. If your socks get wet when you're walking around the parks, guess what? That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, staying on property is huge just because of the free, like Sean said, you get the free transportation back and forth to your hotel or however you're going to get there. It gives yourself a break. You can take downtime. You don't have to spend $27 to get bused from here or Ubered from here to there, things like that.
But if you do, we'll take care of you.
Yep, Skipper Sean will come and get you. Nope, he won't do it when he's been drinking because that's bad. Yep. Okay.
Unfortunately, you cannot request a Lyft or Uber driver, but if you know Nate, he can get a hold of me and we can make it happen.
You can text Sean and say, hey, so-and-so and such are about to land. You have 22 minutes to get to the airport. No.
And I'll be there.
If you give us enough time, we can make it happen, and
we definitely will.
It's a very, very.
I've gotten calls from people saying, "Hey, I don't know where my husband is. He's somewhere at Epcot. Can you go pick him up for me?" And I do.
I was like, "Who else?" That actually happened. That was me, and Reagan.
Yep.
But Sean did come to my rescue and found me in the Uber line place. I was by a green fence. I peed. Oh, that's my big problem. Okay, let's talk about my big problem real quick.
And the elephant in the room.
I've got a problem where I can be 17 feet away from the toilet or a bathroom and be like, nope, right here is going to do just fine. And sometimes it's in places that it shouldn't be, like the koi pond at Epcot.
I'm highly discouraged to urinate in public at any theme park.
Well, yeah, of course.
It's a great way to get yourself banned for life. But if you got to go, you got to go.
Sometimes it happens where I have to go and I can't make it to the other place.
Yep.
But also, I've been standing in my bar and walked out my back door, and the bathroom's clearly closer.
You got that one condition. What's it called? Like smaller bladder-itis?
Yep. I live right by Lake Areola. That's what does it. Sean, what else are people or friends that you talk to like forgetting or thinking about after the fact when they get down here?
So
we've got liquor, we've got
right. So it depends. Like if you're going to Disney, obviously your whole day is going to revolve around your cell phone. Everything is done on your phone.
Right.
Food orders, park, everything's on your phone now. So make sure your battery is fully charged and you have a backup plan because you're going to need it. You definitely are going to need it. And just be prepared. Like I said, you're going to be in line for a long time. Unless you're going to spend a lot of money. And even then, you're not guaranteed anything because Lightning Lane's only in 2 rides per park. So even Genie Plus, it's like, you're most likely going to wait.
People said Genie Plus wasn't even working. Like they were up at 7 o'clock, they log in, and there's nothing available.
Right. A huge tip for Universal that people are finding out after the fact, unfortunately, because they don't listen to me or Nate, but the Express Pass at Universal are twice the cost of your actual park ticket. It'll cost you $100 to get in, $200 for your Express Pass.
Right.
So you have a family of 4, and for 2 days, that's an extra $1,600.
Yep.
But guess what? If you would stay at a Universal premium hotel for $300 more than what you're paying at your hotel, you
Yep.
get free express. So yes, you're paying $600 more for your hotel overall, but you also saved yourself $1,000 in tickets for
Right.
not by the express. It's
Okay.
worth it. Stay at the Hard Rock. You're getting first class service. You're
You
getting
walk into the
frontline
park.
access
You
to
don't,
the park.
you don't even have to walk to the park. You
Right.
literally get out of the hotel and you're in City Walk.
Yes.
You're standing there.
So if you're thinking of doing Express at Universal, I highly recommend getting a hold of Nate and getting one of the premier hotels because it's going to save you money overall in the long
So
run.
it's Lowe's
And you're
Royal
gonna have a way
Pacific,
better experience.
Royal Pacific, Hard Rock, and Lowe's Portofino Bay.
Yep.
You stay. First of all, like I said, Hard Rock, you can walk right into City Walk. Like literally, you come out the front door of the hotel and you're there.
Yep.
With Royal Pacific and Portofino Bay, it's a 6-minute walk. 6 minutes.
Yeah, it's
That's-
not long at all.
That's like a drunk walk from your bed.
You essentially walk across the road.
4 in the morning.
Yeah, you walk across the road and up a little path and you're there.
Yep.
But even with that, you get your own private security at the end of the path.
Yep.
And you're at City Walk. So
Yep. You get to walk right in. No
Yeah.
no issues. Yep. You're in.
So definitely, like I said, you may not be thinking spending a lot in a hotel, but it will save you if you want the Express. And at Universal, the Express comes in
Express Pass
so
is
handy.
huge.
So handy.
It's it's what Fast Pass at Disney used to be. You know what I mean? So yes, you do pay extra, but you're not limited to 2 rides and come back at this time.
Right. You get
You walk up to the ride. Here's Express. I'm on the ride. I'm off the ride.
it's unlimited access. You can use it as many times as you want for every ride all day long, and you get
go
it
on
for
Red Rocket 300 times in one day.
you get it for the day you check in and the day you check out. So even if you're checking out and spending a couple hours at the park, you still get your express. So it's totally worth it.
Yeah.
It blows my mind that people don't take advantage of that more.
You want to go on Hulk 7 times in a row and you want to be done in an hour? Okay. Like, just go do it.
Yep. Or if you have one day to hit up both theme parks, you can easily do it if you have express.
You have Express. Yes, you can do it in one day. Yep.
Yes. So that's definitely the biggest tip for Universal is definitely keep that in the back of your mind when looking at packages.
Express. Yep.
And then SeaWorld, if you love coasters, they have some top of the line thrill roller coasters at SeaWorld. I mean, we're talking they have the biggest drop in Florida. They have one where you lay in your stomach and it's badass.
Yep.
But if you don't do coasters, don't expect much from SeaWorld because there's not a lot to do.
Well,
this
you
is
get
the
to
area.
see the Orca experience.
But that's my point. The
Okay.
shows are phenomenal. Like the shows itself are worth it, and they, in my opinion, have the best festivals of all the parks. Their food and drink selections are amazing. Right now is a 7 Seas, so they have all these countries set up for the food and stuff. Me and Carrie bought a lanyard last time because we get a discount, and then you get all these samples. I think we got like 15 samples, and then we got 3 free for being pass holders.
Right.
And we're like, oh, this will last us, a couple of visits. We literally went through that lanyard in one day because there's so much to try, and we wanted to try all of it, and it was amazing.
Sure. It was good.
I overdid it, but
Right.
yeah.
They're not going to, Darren. And that's what, look, everybody's hammering for it. Everybody wants it to go back the way. But because of last quarter earning reports that Disney, like, it was their best profit quarter, period. They opened in the 70s. This was their best quarter, was last quarter during COVID.
Right.
It's because of Genie Plus, and it's because of all the things that Bob Paycheck has done.
Right. I really wish Disney would consider going to how Universal does, where make the passes just ungodly expensive that not many people are going to actually utilize them. But that will do 2 things. One, it's going to make the lines go a lot quicker because there's not that many people in the fast pass line.
Right.
So the normal line will move a lot quicker. And 2, the ones that do pay it will have unlimited access to all the rides right away. So they're going to get more bang for their buck. And people will buy them, and they'll still make money because charging a lot more will make up for having less bought. So it's going to even on the long run, but it's going to make things move a lot quicker.
Do you remember when Disney offered, if you upgraded to club level, you got 3 more fast passes for $50?
Yep.
Everybody booked club level. Every single person who went to Disney was like, I need club level, because you were getting 6 fast passes a day. 6. And back then, you could just go on, select your time. This is what time I'll be there. Not, you can come back at 7 o'clock, and it's 7 o'clock in the morning. It happened to Disney Dave. He was at the parks. He was on. He did the Genie Plus. He wanted to try it one day. He did it at Magic Kingdom. He came to Trader Sam's with me and drank because he had to wait till 7:30 to get on Jungle Cruise.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Thanks, Rock. But
Yep.
great movie, by the
So,
way.
yeah, so I wish Disney would think of that because, like I said, they'd still make a shit ton of money off of it, and it'd just be a better customer service experience for everyone overall. I don't think they'll ever do it because they have their mindset on this whole Genie Plus and Lightning Lane and whatever the hell they're thinking, but whatever.
And now that so Disneyland Paris raised their prices of some of the rides up by some of them comparatively to our money because they obviously have different monies out there and there's a transfer and all that kind of stuff. But like $2 a ride.
Mm-hmm.
So if it was at 15, it's at 17 now. To do one ride per person plus the $15 you paid for the Genie Plus like system. Yep. It's like you're paying $30 to ride one ride now. I mean, and you don't get to select when you go. You go to Universal. I'm here. I'm at Minions. I'm on Transformers. I'm on Hulk. I'm on. They're doing it for Hagrid's, right?
No,
not yet.
Not yet, which kind of shocks me because
I thought they were going to on Velocicoaster.
Right, they haven't yet. So there are very few rides at Universal that you can't use Express Pass, and Velocicoaster, Hagrid's, and I think that's it. Honestly,
I think
all
that's
of them.
literally
all
it.
Of them Universal can be used. Just Island has a few that you can't. But even Velocicoaster, even today it was packed busy. The longest wait I saw was like 60 minutes, which usually it's less than what they post. So, yeah.
I mean, Darren, I see what you're saying, but if you're following junkies or if you're following annual pass holders or anything like that, it's all day. I'm here now. My Genie Pass sucks. I don't want like Genie Plus isn't getting me on my rides. How come this doesn't work? It's crazy. You know, and you're seeing 700-800 comments, so people are obviously on. But I'm sure a lot of those are just trolls being like, nobody said you had to come down here. Nobody said you had to buy it. Put your mask on.
Is Batman saying that?
What's that?
Is that what Batman's saying? Because you kind of sound like Batman.
I'm Batman. No, see, that was terrible. That didn't sound like Batman.
That was Lego Batman.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of Legoland, not that I've ever been there, and I really don't anticipate ever going because it's not that close to Orlando. Even though it claims it's in Orlando, it is not. It's about an hour away.
Right. It's about an hour.
They just opened up the Peppa Pig, which I thought was a land. It is not a land. It is legit its own theme park.
It's a theme park. That's what I told you. So
Peppa, I know. I didn't believe you. I looked it up.
It opens on the 24th, I think.
Well, they must have had a special preview for like
something
important people because I saw a blogger with the initials of TT bring his family there, and he was posting about it. So.
Oh, okay. I might be wrong, but I thought it was the 24th. But also, it's in the same conglomerate. I don't know how owners go with theme parks and who owns what or anything like that. Obviously, like Chapek doesn't own Disney; he's just a front runner,
right,
or the face. But Legoland and Peppa Pig are in the same situation, so they're together, combined, whatever you want to do. So
like Busch Gardens and SeaWorld, same parent company.
Same parent company, and there's 11 parks right throughout the United States. I think Legoland is Legoland here, Legoland in California, and Peppa Pig. Like I think that's like all it is.
The one thing that really I find extremely funny is when I pick people up and I'm talking to them. A lot of people surprisingly think that Universal and Disney and SeaWorld are all owned by the same company. Like one company owns all the theme parks.
I do get a lot of people who are like, "Hi, I want to do." Epcot, I want to do Universal, and I want to Magic Kingdom. And I'm like, you do know that those places are, two of them are Disney, one's at Universal Studios, and it's like 40 minutes away. Like they're not next to each other either. Anybody?
They're not even that close. I mean, it's a good
close to each other.
Half hour to get between the parks.
Right. So
you have
just
to dread I-4.
Universal's security system is a little bit different than Disney's, as when you get to City Walk where you park, or if the bus drops you off, if you're staying, Cabana Bay or Endless Summer or something like that, you take an escalator upstairs and then you go through a massive security thing. So they do have like 40 lines.
It's like a TSA pre-check or TSA type airport screening.
Right.
They have
You
like
have
20
to
different.
take your keys
lines.
out, take your wallet out, take anything out of your pockets, put them in the tray. It goes through the X-ray. It's like, so plan for that too, because that takes a lot more time than Disney's whatever you walk through at Disney. It's just like
Yeah.
I mean, you're not standing there doing this, but it's still
Right.
it does take a little bit of time. But Universal is awesome. There's also a lot of drinking.
Well,
Universal.
once you get through security at Universal and you get in the bubble, you're done. Like you can go to any theme park, city, like you're just in now, and you don't got to go through it again.
See, I really
Whereas
like that.
Disney, every theme park you have to go through the security all over again. Which I am shocked they haven't found a way to like avoid that. Like
Right.
if you take a bus, you stay within the secure bubble, so you don't got to redo security.
The only break from that is if you're staying at Grand Floridian, Contemporary, or Polynesian, and then you go through security at the resort getting onto the monorail.
Right.
And then if you get off the monorail, you can go into whatever park it is and just, with your Magic Band or whatever, you don't have to go back through a security screening.
Even at Epcot.
They don't stop anywhere else.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the express monorails, you go right there.
Right. That's true.
And if you're staying at the Contemporary, it's to
But
me
no, isn't that only for Magic Kingdom? So you can't go to Epcot and do that.
correct. No, because you have to switch
Right.
monorails.
So only if you go to Magic Kingdom, you can bypass the secondary screening because you already went through it there.
Right. Because the only way to get on the monorail is to get screened.
Right.
So even if you got off a Contemporary, went downstairs, did some funny stuff, some funny business, a little bit of tomfoolery.
Which
and
is funny though, because you get screened prior to getting to the monorails at the TTC.
Right. But if you're staying at the resorts, like
Right.
say,
But I'm saying you're already screened and you're in the bubble. So why would you get rescreened at Epcot?
because you have a chance to get off the monorail and
But-
leave. No,
but-
you're right. I guess TTC, yeah, you're gonna get.
So maybe you don't at Epcot because when you get off the monorail, aren't you past security already?
No,
I thought you
no,
were.
nope. You come down that big zigzag ramp and they put you right back through the thing. But
Really?
you go in on the right side underneath, as opposed to if you park and you come down that main strip to walk
Right.
in.
Right.
That's a different security than coming in from Epcot and all that other stuff. That's on the other
That's
side.
really stupid because you can't
Because
get on the
that's where the
monorail
bus-
unless you go
Because
through
you go through
security.
the same security that the buses do. So buses and monorails go through the same security there.
Right. That's stupid. That's
You're right. They should have had it so that off the monorail, the ramp comes down into the gets you right up to the gates. Yeah, I don't
Right.
know. It's weird. Yeah. No, absolutely.
right. No, you're right, Darren. You're definitely right. But I just don't get why, because you can't
But
get on the
Sean brings up a
monorail.
good point. You shouldn't have to, because it only goes from Epcot to the TTC and back.
Right.
So once you come through TTC, you have to go through security. No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
I'm trying to think of a way around it, because if you go into TTC and you get on the ferry boat, to say, right, and you go over to Magic Kingdom, do you have to go back through security?
No. You get off and you go right in. They don't have any security over by. The only security they have over.
If you take the buses to Magic Kingdom, there's security there.
Right.
When you get off the monorail, you don't have to go through security. If you
No.
walk from Grand Floridian or Polynesian, you have to go through security.
Yep.
If
Walk
you take
from
the boat over from Polynesian or Grand Floridian or Wilderness Lodge, you have to go through security.
But not the ferry. You don't.
Oh, the ferry, you're right.
No.
Yeah, you go right over to and just get.
Yeah.
Weird.
Because it's parking lot, then you walk or tram, and then it's security, ticket booth, and then monorails.
Right.
Why are we not in charge of this, Nate?
Yeah, wow. We found a loophole. Ferry and monorail do not require second screening. They do. If you take the monorail to Epcot, you go back through security. You absolutely do.
Yeah, he's talking Magic Kingdom.
Oh, Magic Kingdom. Yeah, no. If you take the the monorail. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so Pat's correct there, but yeah, it's stupid how they have it at Epcot.
Magic Kingdom, yes, but not at Epcot.
Right.
Not at Epcot, Pat. At Epcot, when you come down the ramp to Boathouse, 10:30 p.m. reservations, that's just not going to work for me. I'm going to be honest with you, that's too late. But yeah, no, that's weird, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And there's no other parks that do that.
Nope.
Yeah, if you take the Skyliner, you have to go through security
Yeah.
because it's like security before Skyliner. Even
Right. But even Skyliner, like, why wouldn't they make it where you do security then get in? Well, Skyliner stops at hotels.
you transfer,
Yeah,
and you
that's
get picked
different.
up from different resorts. You get picked
Right.
up from
So
Caribbean.
if it was just Hollywood to Epcot, then it would make sense. But yeah, so I can see that.
But if they, but hold on. I mean, you make a valid point. If you get onto the Skyliner and pass security before you don't right now, but if you did,
right,
you shouldn't have to then go through security again at Hollywood Studios or Epcot.
unless they have screenings at all the hotels too, though.
Yeah, but you can only get off at one. And if they screened you before you got off at the Pivot Point or Riviera and Caribbean.
Sure, yeah.
Right? But if they were to set up a checkpoint at
Caribbean
and Riviera before you get on, you should be able to. That could save a lot of time, man, at the security. That's a great point.
Mm-hmm.
Really? I don't remember that line then, because the line that I always go down, it's that big concrete, zigzag walkway when you get off from TTC on the monorail, and you can't leave the TTC. Well,
you can.
No, you can't. Well, can you go over to where the Uber line is and then come back without No, you'd have to get screened there too. Because the drop off and pickup are different spots.
For what?
For the Uber, or is it the same spots?
Same spot at Magic Kingdom.
How about at Epcot?
Epcot, same spot too. That Epcot's way before security. Epcot is just where the premier parking is. It's literally this one row blocked off for us to.
Right. I'm just trying to think of a way, like if you were to get off of the monorail, you could run over to a car and get something strange that would make somebody upset, and then go back into the park. But you can't. You can't do anything.
Nope. It's just weird, like that they went to. I mean, I'm sure they thought of that, but it's weird that they wouldn't figure out a way, even just barricades or something. So when you got off the monorail, you were past security already.
Even Universal has it on the walkway from Portofino and Royal Pacific going into City Walk. They just have that. You cannot. Contemporary is a fine example. If you walk from Contemporary to the Magic Kingdom, which is again an 8-minute walk, you have to go through a security. They have one of those things set up, or two of them actually, with security and the thing. Yeah, that's weird. May need to test this out tomorrow. No, I'm going to Universal tomorrow. That you just walk in, they don't care. They throw you the finger, they high five you when you get there. They don't care. Universal's kind of awesome. I really like going there, even though I'm not a coaster guy, obviously. But I'll ride AT all day.
But I do want to go with you someday and just ride the monorail and do that, just to see
let's go see what happens.
What are we missing?
Live and we'll show everybody. So everybody who's watching, just mark it that we're gonna do that. We're gonna do it, and just we don't even have to go in the parks, because to go through security, you don't have to go in the parks to go through security. You
park at TTC, you get free parking still.
Turn around, come. Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then we'll just walk up to the monorail, do our thing, and then hop over to Epcot.
We'll get off at Poly, just because. Have a drink. We'll get back on the monorail, go through security, show that we can go from there.
We should probably go Epcot first and then hit up Poly. Because if we go to Poly, we're not leaving.
True. Right.
We'll be like, wait, what were we doing? Oh yeah,
we're Poly, man.
We're chasing the Roman Poly. We're making that new video we talked about making.
Oh no, God. Wait, are you gonna come to Universal tomorrow?
No, we're going to Aquatica.
Okay. I was gonna say we could do it there because it'll be the three of us. We could skip down the road and make.
When are you guys going though? I guess.
Well, I mean, we don't get our express pass doesn't kick in until 4, so I think we're going at noon.
Okay. Well, if you're still there later in the afternoon, I'll text you and I'll probably head there. But I can't imagine we're going to Aquatica for more than 2-3 hours.
Yeah. Well, okay. So that's another thing. Let's touch on that real quick. I know we're coming towards the end of our time. I mean, not that we are really timed, but other people have other things to do. But Aquatica, if you want to come down, you want to do a water park, I mean, I know Volcano Bay is a water theme park. I get it. I know that Disney has Blizzard Beach, and Blizzard Beach is the only one open now.
Right now, the
Beach-
other one's opening up in a few weeks, but yeah,
Right. But it's for refurbishment right now. But
yeah.
if
Typhoon
you guys
Lagoon.
want to do an awesome water park, Aquatica, okay,
Mhm.
they've got a beach, they have wave pools, and they have a lazy river that will rival any lazy river that you guys have messed with. It's 82 degrees all the time. Their water, and if you happen to meet the guy who helps you book your travel, you get 20% off drinks. I mean, you can't touch that either.
So Pat, it's not Universal, it's Islands of Adventure, but Mythos is literally rated the #1 theme park restaurant in Florida.
Literally is.
I've made reservations twice, and I both times had to cancel, so I've never eaten there myself, but I do plan on it in the next couple of weeks. But I heard their food is amazing. It's
When you walk by the front, first of all, you can't get in because there are no open reservations. It's always there you go.
Right. But that said, I've never had a problem calling Universal 2-3 days in advance and getting a reservation. It may not be at the most prime time, but it's a lot easier to get reservations at Universal than Disney for restaurants. But
Disney dining at 60 days out, it's booked immediately.
right. But I would also not risk it and make your reservations as soon as possible because,
right.
I mean, you just never know.
You've been warned. I mean, we're telling you right now how.
That said, I just ate at that cowfish or fish cow or cowfish at City Walk at Universal because my wife loves sushi and fish. I don't. Their burgers were amazing. Their pesto garlic fries, I could literally eat a plate of just them. And my wife said the sushi was phenomenal. So
wow,
definitely a place to check out.
Also, everybody say happy birthday to Sean right now, or we're not getting.
I mean, it was a week ago, but it's fine.
Everybody say happy birthday to Sean.
I'm about to get a liver transplant, but it's cool. Nice. If you're in the Orlando area and you see a random brown sandal anywhere, let me know. It's mine. I did find my phone though. I got the phone back. So
shots. He's right. It's your birthday shots. Okay, I'm doing Sagati's then.
I don't have a shot glass and alcoholies, so I'll do a shot of my vodka. My new thing now is vodka water with fruit punch meal. It's really good, low calorie.
That's all we drink. What are you talking about? New thing?
Well, because I was doing rum and coke for a long time again.
Oh yeah, but you just came back. You came back down to earth to realize that fruit punches taste really good. It's basically like drinking Capri Sun for an adult.
Right.
That's all we're doing.
Problem is, you drink a lot of them.
All right, cheers, everybody. Happy birthday, Sean.
Also, coming up soon, we have a good friend that recently bought a boat. So he's no longer my neighbor. He is now my friend. So
good for you.
We are going to do a Drunk Disney Dads Booze Cruise where all the dads will be on a boat getting drunk and we will go live.
With our wives. Yeah, so I'm going to bring 3 battery backups because I'm pretty sure that all of our phones are going to die trying to go live from the middle of a lake that has no Wi-Fi or anything like that. So, but what we're planning on doing, I think, is maybe visiting a couple of bars while we're doing it, getting kind of driven around and have a good time and show you guys like the lakes of Florida.
Yep.
Or a lake in Florida that probably has meters that we're not going to get into unless I push Sean in there and hit him in the face with a bottle. But that stuff kind of happens.
It'll happen.
But also,
so we have a lot of fun stuff planned for this summer. A lot of guests coming up. We'll do some more tiki shows.
Yeah.
At some point, we will have a new video. Some point, we'll see if Dave's still alive. A lot of good stuff coming up. So
we do hear, just so everybody knows, like I know everybody was talking about this whole Reddit thing. I guess there's a Reddit thread out there that Dave and I are fighting. Dave and I are not fighting, okay? I talk to Dave all the time. I don't know why we're being mentioned on Reddit, but I mean, like, that's so weird to me. Like, what?
If you Google the username that started that rumor and it comes back to me, it was not me.
Did you do that?
They're totally fighting.
Yeah. That's all we do is fight.
So if you didn't know, Dave's a doctor. Nate went in for a physical. Apparently, the finger went too deep. It was a 3-knuckler, not a 2-knuckler.
Wow. That was very aggressive.
9 o'clock. Welcome to Disney After Dark.
All right, everybody. Well,
You're not fighting. You killed him, Nate. You killed him.
That's really
That escalated quickly.
wow. That's crazy. But no, we're not fighting. Dave is alive and kicking. He's been very busy because he's a doctor and has had to deal with the doctor things that have been going on for the last 2 years. So
he's also in a band that has exploded. So they're like,
yeah, they're playing all the time. But also,
everywhere.
like, Dave is still a drunk Disney dad, even though he doesn't show up all the time and he wants to. It's just we got to let him, do his
Dave thing.
His drunk Disney doctor thing.
But we do have a chat. We do talk to Dave quite a bit. He's doing really well. He does say hi to everyone out there. So hi from Dave. But yeah.
Yep. Just
we'll get him on again. But like I said, this summer we have a lot planned. Hopefully we can touch base with Josh soon to try to elevate things and make things even bigger and better. Yep. But otherwise, it's just going to be us getting drunk.
Yep.
And
oh my gosh, check this out. So my wife made this shirt today. I'm not. It's not that I'm promoting this. I'm just saying, like, we're gonna be able to make our own drunk Disney dad shirts.
We have a lot of things coming up.
We aren't gonna have to wait anymore. As soon as we fix the heat press, because something went. My relay, I guess, went in the heat press. We were able to make a couple of shirts just for the family and stuff like that. But we'll be able to get them out. Custom orders, custom sizes. And this shirt material, I don't know what. It's not Bella and canvas. I think it's like a poly blend or something like that. Super breathable. I wore it all day today. Super comfortable. So I think you guys will like it. And it's not going to add anything to the price. It's actually going to come down just a little bit. But, because I'm not a manufacturing plant. I'm just a bill. Oh, my God. It's him again.
Who's Miller Gilbert?
Isn't that the person who came on last time and it was like completely random, like random person? What's up, Miller Gilbert? Let me see if I can find Miller Gilbert. I'm gonna go look on Facebook.
So
great talk tonight. We had fun. We had a lot of people hang out and just kind of do the thing. And we love having you guys. We really appreciate it. Again, this was all. Oh, he's a troll. Okay, good. Just so you know. We do appreciate you guys coming out here and hanging out and just listening to us babble about Disney. But this was made because people couldn't go to Disney. And now that we can go to Disney, let's talk about how terrible Disney is right now and how busy it is. But yeah, we'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great night. Have a great week. Tomorrow's a holiday. Go do something fun with your family. Hang out. Have some drinks. And I will be live and having drinks because that's what I do.
Talk to you later, guys.